Chapter 1. Hansel and Gretel. Once there was a poor woodcutter. He lived with his wife, son and daughter, Hansel and Gretel. Times were very hard, and there came a day when there was nothing to eat. The woodcutter had no choice but to take the children into the forest in the hope that a rich nobleman out hunting would find them. When they had gone as far as they could, the woodcutter lit a fire so that the children could lie down and go to sleep. Then he went away. Night had fallen when Hansel and Gretel awoke. Tears rolled down from their eyes. They knew they could not find their way to home in the dark. The next day, after walking for what seemed a long time, Hansel and Gretel came across a pretty little house. They could see the roof of the house was made of chocolate. The walls were made of currant bread, and the windows of white sugar. By now, Hansel and Gretel were very hungry indeed, so they each broke off a currant bread. Just then an old woman appeared on the doorstep, offering them both food and shelter. Hansel and Gretel did not know it then, but she was a witch. She put Hansel in a cage, meaning to fatten him up to eat, and made Gretel do all the household work. Each morning the witch would feel Hansel's finger to see if he was getting any fatter. Being very short-sighted, the witch could not see Hansel holding out a bone for her to feel, not his finger. Why is he still thin? She wondered. At last the witch lost patience. Fat or thin, she said she would eat Hansel, and Gretel was told to build a fire and boil a huge cauldron of water. Gretel asked the witch to test if the water was hot enough. Then she crept up behind the witch and pushed her into the cauldron. Hansel was rescued, and soon they were safely back home with treasures from the house in the forest to make sure they were never in want again. Chapter 2. Water is precious. Conserve it. Roshan woke up earlier than usual, got ready and left for school. After all, he would meet his friends there after long summer holidays. There was so much to tell them. He met his best friend Sadik at the gate and smiled. "Hi Sadik, how were the holidays?" Sadik had a broad grin. "Oh, wonderful. I was here throughout, but my sister and I joined karate classes and learned quite a lot about different kicks and punches." Roshan looked surprised. "Really? Now I should be careful of you." They both laughed aloud and moved towards their class. Sadik further added, "You see, Mother wanted my sister Nida to learn karate as well. Girls should also learn it." Roshan said, "Right, they should learn self-defense." They proceeded to the classroom. Classes went on as usual. During the lunch break, the two friends talked to each other. Sadik said, "You told me that you would go to Samarpur in Rajasthan during the holidays. How was the trip?" Roshan said, "It was great, but I felt sad that there was acute shortage of water in the village where my uncle, aunt and cousin live. Many wells had dried up. The water level in our well had also gone down. Some women had to walk up to 5 kilometers to fetch water." Sadik looked surprised. "But I'm sure there are tube wells also in today's villages. You are right, but the water under the ground has almost dried up and the level of water has really gone down. The tube wells are of no use. Some ladies spend around 4 hours a day to bring the water. Sadiq nodded. You won't believe, even here in Delhi, there was acute water shortage. The water level in Yamuna had gone down. We used to get water supply for only 4 hours during the day. We had to store water. Roshan said, I read in the newspapers that all over the world water shortage is an ever-growing problem. I think we should realize the importance of water. We just have to turn the tap and their flows clean. Gushing water. After my trip, I have learned one important thing. Save water and save the world. Sadiq agreed. Yes, we should conserve water. Haven't the city people learnt it during the summer? In our house, my parents told us to use a bucket for bathing, to turn off the taps tight after use, and even while washing hands or brushing teeth. Mother uses water for washing vegetables and fruits and to water the plants. Now we are growing such plants and shrubs in our garden that need less water. Sadiq further added, I think everyone should try to save water in simple ways at home. Mother tells me that she uses the washing machine and dishwasher only when they are full. Father has got all the pipes checked for any leaks. Roshan looked at him. You know, we should water the plants before 9 a.m. or after 7 p.m. This leaves the soil wet for a longer time. That also helps to save water. None of us uses the bathtub. Only sometimes do. We take a shower. Otherwise, we use a bucket for bathing. This helps to save a lot of water every month. Roshan looked worried. The condition in my uncle's village was bad. Sometimes mobile water tanker came to the village, but it wasn't enough. I believe that cities and villages all over the country and the world facing an increasing shortage of potable water. Sadiq smiled. I think there's hope. I read in the newspapers that people have begun to harvest water and build water tanks in cities and villages. The government is also helping them in every possible way and trying to save the river Yamuna. But I'm surprised, Sadiq, that before this we never had any water shortage in our city. What went wrong? Sadiq stood up and said, Don't forget that many new high-rise buildings are being built here. Many trees have been cut down. Water is being used for building new malls and hotels. I hope we will be able to go for a boat ride on the Yamuna soon. Well, let us also tell our friends to save water in every possible way. The break is over. Let's head straight to the class, said Roshan. Sadiq took big steps and said, I think we need to take immediate steps to save ourselves from one of the biggest dangers, and that is our planet becoming dry and barren. We should act before it is too late. I read the story of the three fishes in the Panch Tantra recently. Chapter 3. The Seller of Wisdom. There once lived a stout little preacher in a Turkish town. His name was Nasruddin Hoka. Nasruddin was a simple man who gave free advice to people. In turn, the people loved and respected him. One day, Nasruddin's wife came back in a bad mood from the public bath. She had gone there to have a bath and relax. Unfortunately, the attendants kept asking her to move from one cubicle to another. They wanted to give the best ones to the wives and daughters of merchants. This annoyed the good lady a great deal. She returned home with the firm belief that one merchants were of any importance. When Nasruddin Hoka came back home in the evening, he saw his wife's face. One look and he knew there was trouble in store. He didn't have long to wait for the news. "You must become a merchant," she declared. "What?" exclaimed Nasruddin. "A merchant? I don't have any money. Have you thought of that?" "Money or no money," said his wife firmly, "if you won't become a merchant, I will leave you." Nasruddin realized there was no use arguing with her. She would not listen to reason. "Very well, give me 24 hours to work out something." Nasruddin Hoka tossed about restlessly all night. What was he to do? The next morning he set off early on his donkey. All through the hot day he wandered about thinking. Suddenly his eyes fell on his little grey donkey, and he jumped up in excitement. Maybe he could sell the donkey and get some money. He rode to the market and sold his donkey to a man. After much haggling, he got 20 gold coins for the animal. It was enough to rent out a stall in the market for a month. He had no money left to get anything to sell. The next morning saw Nasruddin Hoka open a shop in the market. Unlike other merchants, he had nothing to sell. Instead, he had an earthen pot in one corner. Every day Nasruddin Hoka rolled up the shutters in the morning and shut them at night. His wife, like those of other merchants, now got special attention at the public bath. Day after day he sat in his empty shop. He spent the day nodding at passers-by and exchanging bits of news with those who stopped to chat. People were amused to see him, but were used to his strange ways. One day the mighty Tamerlane passed by the shop. He stopped at the shop in surprise. "What's this?" he exclaimed. "My clever Hoka has a shop with nothing to sell?" Nasruddin Hoka was never at a loss for words. He replied quickly, "What greater good is there than wisdom, your majesty?" He pointed at the earthen pot in the corner and added, "It is wisdom I have to sell." "And what is the charge for one bit of wisdom?" asked Tamerlane. "1 gold coin," was the reply. "All right then, here's a gold coin. Sell me wisdom for its worth." Nasruddin took out a scroll from the pot and wrote a saying on it. Tamerlane looked at the large flowing writing that read, "Don't do anything without first considering its end." Tamerlane framed the saying and hung it on the wall of his room. He began to read it aloud every day. As it happened, Tamerlane's ministers were plotting to kill him at that time. The terrible task had been given to his barber in exchange for a high post. As he lifted the razor in his trembling hand, Tamerlane read out the saying, "Don't do anything first considering its end." The terrified barber thought his secret was out. He dropped the razor and fell at Tamerlane's feet, begging for mercy. Tamerlane heard the barber's confession in stunned silence. He rounded up the traitors and had them punished. Then he sent for the Hoka. "Your wisdom saved my life today. It was, in fact, worth more than one gold coin. He gave Nasruddin a purse of gold. Then he made him in charge of province. Thus, Nasruddin Hoka, seller of wisdom, was successful as a merchant. Chapter 4. A visit to a zoo. I am fond of watching the monkeys and their strange actions. Sometimes they swing from a nearby tree or electric wires. Sometimes they jump from the roof of one house to the other. Sometimes they pounce on the back of a passer-by and give a threat. I like to listen their strange sounds. I enjoy to mimic their actions and sounds. I have a pet dog. I say bow bow with him. When he runs after a cat, I laugh. When the neighbor's cat comes to my house, she pauses at the gate and says, meow meow. I repeat, meow meow, as to permit her to enter. When I go to my friend's house, I love to talk with her parrot. I never forget to give it a chili and watch it eating without a cry. So, when I went to my uncle's house at New Delhi, I asked my cousin to visit the zoo with me. He is also funny, fellow like me. He has seen the zoo twice. Even he was keen to go third time. We reached the zoo at 10 a.m. We bought the tickets and entered. First of all, we went to the wild animal section. The giraffe is so tall as to reach the height of a tree. He had a long neck and long legs. He was eating the leaves of the nearby tree. Next, we saw a zebra. He looked like a mule having stripes. Then we went to see lions, tigers and leopards. Though people fear lions and tigers, they want to listen to their roars. The lion has a plain pale yellow coat. The tiger has a black striped yellow body. Leopards and cheetahs have black spotted skin. The spots in the leopard appear in clusters, while the cheetah has individual spots. All the four belong to the cat family. They are large cats, but now the cheetah cannot be seen anymore. The lion was our national animal till 17th November 1972. Since then, the tiger has been chosen as our national animal. Then we saw some apes like gorillas, chimpanzees, gibbons and baboons. Gorillas are very strong and ferocious. They cannot be trained or kept as pets. Chimpanzees are intelligent apes, resembling man more than the other apes. The young chimpanzees can be trained to do many things, even to wear clothes and eat at the table. Apes, unlike monkeys, do not have tails. Their arms are long. These apes are the ancestors of human race. The primitive man used to walk on his four legs, but gradually he learned to use two as arms and two as legs. We also saw kangaroos. It has a little outer pouch in its belly. Its cubs crouch within this pouch. Then we saw rabbits, deer, elephants, bears and rhinos. Next, we saw many kinds of water animals, fish, frogs, turtles and crocodiles. The elephant is the largest land animal, but the largest animal in air, land and water is whale. It is as big as the size of 10 elephants. There was no whale in Delhi Zoo. You can see it only in the sea. Then we saw the birds of many colors, mynas, parrots, robins, herons, ducks, swans and peacocks. The peacock is the most beautiful bird in the world. It is blue in color. It has many golden spots on its feather. So it is called the bird of thousand eyes. The peacock is also our national bird. We also saw flightless big bird, ostrich. It cannot fly, but it can run on its leg at the speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Ostrich is the largest bird in the world. We could not find penguin in the zoo. It is a flightless bird, but it can swim in water at great speed. It is mostly found in ocean near Australia. We turned back to home in the evening. All the way we talked about the animals and birds. At dinner we were busy praising the animals and the management at the zoo. The wild animals look beautiful at first sight, so people came curious. They want to watch them closely. Chapter 5. Speeding Wheels. A wheel looks a very simple machine, but it has been the basis of all machines and transportation. Fans, refrigerators, water pumps, electric generators all move on wheels. The cart, the bicycle, scooter, car and train all move on wheels. Even aeroplanes have to run on wheels for taking off and landing. Before the invention of the modern wheel, it was very difficult to travel long distances. Then man started to tame animals for his use. Thus donkeys, mules, horses, camels, oxen, elephants and other animals were employed. They helped traders and pilgrims to move about and mix with one another. Man made a frame of sticks, placed loads on it and made dogs pull it on ice. This vehicle was called a sledge. A pack of dogs was used to pull a fairly heavy load. Later, we found that by putting a few round sticks under a sledge, it was easier to make it move. This method is used even now when heavy loads have to be moved in offices and factories. This load is mounted on several round pipes and made to slide over them. When the load moves forward, it leaves behind the pipes. They are picked up and again placed in front under the load. Thus, it is kept moving. But this method can be used only for moving loads over short distances. Moreover, it is a slow process. Early man must have used round sticks cut from the branches of trees to slide load over. Later, some unknown genius must have cut two round discs from the thick trunk of a tree. He made holes through their centers. He then fitted them to either end of a strong rod, forming an axle. Thus, the wheels could turn round freely about the axle. Man found the moving loads with the help of wheels was much easier than by using rollers. It was soon discovered that the larger a wheel, the smaller was the effort required to draw the load. It was possible to get logs only of small thickness. If larger wheels were needed, they had to be made by putting sections of planks together. A strip of metal placed around the outer circle of the wheel formed a tire which held the pieces firmly together. It also gave a smoother running surface. Besides the metal, tire could stand wear and tear better than wood. At first, the carts had just one pair of wheels. Later on, two or more pairs of wheels were used to make wagons. These carried heavier loads and were pulled by teams of animals. With a metal band to hold the pieces together, it was no longer necessary to have a solid wheel. The central hub and the rim needed only a few strips of wood to hold these parts together. These strips of wood were called spokes and they made the wheel much lighter. The wheels of heavier carts and wagons sank deep into the earth. Therefore, hard-surfaced roads were made. Broken pieces of stones were spread, leveled with a heavy roller and cemented or tarred. Thus, the roads had a smooth, hard surface. Hard surface could take heavy traffic and smooth surface will help speed. The invention of steam engine brought in faster modes of transport. Steam power was first used on roads, but it was soon realized that it could be put to better use on iron rails. The invention of oil engine brought in the faster modes of transport on road. Before 1888, the wheels of motor vehicles were fitted with solid rubber tires. In 1888, John Boyd Dunlop, a British veterinary surgeon, invented the air-filled tires called pneumatic tires. The air in the tires absorbed shocks of the bumps and pits on road. For extra comfort, soft oversized tires called balloon tires came into use. Wheel frames were made entirely of metal and thin spokes were used to make them as light as possible. The road vehicles actually run on compressed air. The inner tube of the wheel is made of soft, thin rubber. The outer tube that fits over the inner tube is thick and tough to protect the inner tube from injury. It is the inner tube filled with air which carry heavy loads of several tons in trucks. It gives the race to the aeroplanes along the ground at high speeds as they take off. Chapter 6. The Story of Ice Cream. In very cold regions like Europe, snowfall takes place instead of rain. When water freezes in a lake or a sea, it is called ice. When water vapor of the clouds freezes, it turns into soft and thin flakes of ice. Then it is called snow. When the upper layers of the snow presses the lower layers of snow, it becomes hard and turns into ice. Same thing happens in the middle and upper Himalayas in the winter season. People of Europe ate water ices hundreds of years ago. Alexander the Great of Greece enjoyed wine mixed with snow, ice and honey. The Roman Emperor Nero loved fruit juices with ice. In winter season, the fat-rich portion of milk comes to its upper layer. This is called cream. In olden days, when there were no cream separators, people enjoyed this cream hardened with cold. Then people started mixing it with sugar to make it more tasty. In this process, it melted. Then ice was added to harden it again. We can imagine how the ice cream came into existence. A part of China has long chain of high mountains. People there developed a new idea of thick ice cream. So they mixed a little of fine flour with milk, boiled it to homogenize and cooled. They further mixed some plant flavors to it. Then they put it in ice to harden. It is said that Marco Polo brought a recipe of ice cream from China to Italy about 700 years ago. From Marco Polo's country, it reached to France and then to England. If ice is mixed with salt, its cooling power is increased. This phenomena is used in making kulfi, a traditional Indian ice cream. A mixture of condensed milk, sugar, nuts and saffron is placed into metal cones. The lids put on and sealed with dough. The cones are placed in a large container of ice and salt to freeze. It is said that kulfi was promoted by the Mughal emperors. They used to have ice brought from the Himalayas. Modern ice cream came from America. In the beginning, it was called cold custard. In reality, it was much less in cream content but more creamy in look and thickness. Polly Madison, the wife of USA President Madison, put the custard in an ice box. It was much liked by all the guests. She called it ice cream. In 1846, Nancy Johnson made the first ice cream mixer. In 1851, the first ice cream factory in the world was opened in Washington. The first ice cream factory in India was set up in Mumbai in 1948. Milk, cream, custard, sugar, water, etc. is stirred and blended in a mixer. This mixture is then heated or pasteurized to destroy bacteria. Butter or fat is added to the pasteurized mixture. The hot mixture is then whirled around under high pressure. This makes the mixture smooth and creamy. It is then cooled quickly. Flavors like vanilla or chocolate, fruits, nuts are added. The flavored mixture is packed into different shapes and frozen. Finally, it is transferred into different containers for supply. Nowadays, you can enjoy cream the year round all over the world. Which flavors do you like? Strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, mango or pista? You can get a 2-in-1 chocolate layer covering an ice cream. Once an ice cream seller in America ran out of containers. One of his friends used to make waffles, thin waffle-like biscuits. He rolled up a waffle into a cone and the ice cream was served in that. Thus, the ice cream cone was invented. This was another 2-in-1 biscuit-covered ice cream. Chapter 1. Electronic Machine Computer. Learning Objectives, Use of Computer, Working of Computer, Unique Features of Computer, Types of Computers, Advantages and Disadvantages of a Computer. Use of Computer. A computer is a machine. Machine makes our work easier and faster. Different machines do different kinds of work. A music system plays music, an air conditioner cools a room, a washing machine washes clothes, and so on. Most machines can only do one kind of work. A washing machine, for example, can only wash clothes. It can't stitch them. A music system can play music. It can't clean carpets. A computer, however, can do a number of things. It can help us to do the following things: type letters, play music, draw color and create designs, solve mathematical problems, store information, create animation and special effects, show films and cartoons, do scientific work, learn about different subjects, interact with one another, book train tickets, air tickets, movie tickets. Because of this, most offices, schools, colleges and shops today use computers in their work too. Create documents and presentations, store information, communicate with each other, do difficult calculations. Working of computer. You do not have to give instructions to a machine that has only one function. When you put a bottle of water in the fridge, for example, you don't need to tell the fridge what to do if the fridge is on. It will start cooling the water by itself. A computer, on the other hand, can do many things, so you need to tell the computer what you want it to do. A computer works in 3 simple steps. You enter data into the computer and tell the computer what to do with it. This data is called the input. The computer works on the data given to it to produce the result. This step is called processing. The computer then displays the result and stores it for later use. This result is called the output. These three steps together form the IPO cycle. I, input, P, processing, O, output. Input, processing, output. Important to know, processed data is called information. Input, processing, output, and storage devices. Let us now learn about the different parts of the computer and learn what role each of them plays in the IPO, input, processing, output cycle. You will study about these parts later on. The keyboard and the mouse help you to enter the input in the computer. These parts are called input devices. The central processing unit, CPU, processes the input to produce the result. The CPU is called the processing device. The monitor displays the result while the printer prints the result on paper. These parts are output devices. A computer can store a huge amount of information inside it. It has a storage device called the hard disk inside the CPU for this purpose. Unique features of computer. The computer has many unique features that make it a truly amazing machine. Let's learn about some of these features. It's accurate. A computer doesn't make mistakes. If you give the correct input, you will get the correct result. A computer makes an error only when you give an incorrect input. The computer does not get tired. No matter how many times you run long or difficult tasks, it will give you the right result every time. It's fast. It can carry out large and difficult tasks such as long calculations in only a few seconds. It's a storehouse of information. A computer can store a very large amount of information on a device called the hard disk. The hard disk is inside the CPU. It's not possible to store all our work in the computer. That would take up too much space. We can also store information on devices outside the computer such as a CD-ROM or a pen drive. This is called external storage. It's versatile. It can do many different tasks skillfully. Types of computers. There are different types of computers based on their size, cost, and speed. Let's learn about some of them. Personal computer. This is a small computer that has been designed to be used by one person at home or in an office. It is often simply called a PC. Laptop. This is also a type of personal computer. This is a small computer that you can carry without you. It works on battery which has to be charged as in a mobile phone. Laptops are also called notebooks. Workstation. This is an advanced desktop computer that is used for technical or scientific work like 3D graphics and game development. Mainframe. This is a very large, fast and powerful computer used in large organizations for work that involves large amounts of data. It can carry out thousands of instructions in only a few seconds. More than 100 people can use the mainframe at the same time. Each user has a monitor and a keyboard to work on. A mainframe can sometimes take up as much space as a large room. Server. This is a special computer that provides support to a number of smaller computers that are connected to it in a network. It stores all the main data in schools, colleges, and offices, which run on computer networks. Supercomputer. This is the most powerful and fastest type of mainframe computer which can deal with huge amounts of data very quickly. It takes 2 minutes to do a job that a standard PC would take 22 hours to complete. Supercomputers are used in work that need difficult calculations such as weather, forecasting, climate research, defense, and rocket launches. Advantages of a computer. A computer can do many different jobs at the same time. It can carry out complex tasks quickly and accurately. It can help in saving paper by storing large amounts of information. It helps to connect people in faraway places. People all over the world interact with each other using email. It lets you look up useful information on the internet. It can help you to learn and play using multimedia. Note: the internet is a computer system that lets people all over the world exchange information through their computers. It also lets you search for information on its websites and send and receive messages on email. Disadvantages of a computer. A computer cannot think on its own. If you enter a wrong input in the computer, it will give you an incorrect output. This is also called GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Computers are costly. They need different kinds of programs called software to carry out different tasks. These softwares also cost a lot of money. Application softwares have many features. We need to learn these applications well before we can get the best out of them. Computer technology changes very fast. We need to keep updating our computers as well as our own knowledge to keep up with these changes. Chapter 2. Windows. Learning objectives. Booting, desktop, icons, parts of a window, shutting down a computer. Booting. When you switch on a computer, all its parts are checked and you hear a beep sound. Then the operating system is loaded in the computer's memory from its hard disk. This process is called booting. It remains in the memory till the system is on. Desktop. Desktop is the first screen you see after you turn on a computer. You have learnt about the taskbar, the start button, and the desktop icons. Start button, taskbar, icons, different parts of the desktop. Let us learn a little more about these different parts of the desktop. Taskbar. You already know that taskbar is the long bar at the bottom of the desktop. Now, let us learn about the different parts that make up the taskbar. Start button. Start button is found on the left side of the taskbar. The name itself tells you that most of your computer work will begin with this button. When you click on Start button, it opens a menu or a list. This is called Start menu. Start menu gives you a list of the software programs and documents on the computer. You can also change the computer's setting or shut down the computer from here. Some of the items in the Start menu have a small arrow head next to them. Holding the mouse pointer over these items opens another list. This is called Sub-menu. Start menu, Sub-menu. Start menu and Programs Sub-menu. Important to know: you can open the Start menu by pressing the Explorer key on your keyboard. Keep track of your windows. The middle section of the taskbar shows the programs and documents that are opened. It allows you to quickly switch between them. Whenever you open a program or a document, Windows creates a button on the taskbar corresponding to that item. The button shows the icon and name of the item. If you open more than one program or document at a time, you can quickly start piling up windows on your desktop. Windows often cover each other or take up the whole screen. Therefore, it is hard to remember what you have already opened. The taskbar proves to be useful here. Clicking taskbar buttons is one of the several ways to switch between windows. In the picture given below, two programs are opened: CorelDRAW 12 and MS Paint window. Each has its own button on the taskbar. Each program has its own button on the taskbar. Quick launch icons. The taskbar also has some small icons next to Start button. These are called quick launch icons. These icons open important software programs with a single click. Quick launch icons. System tray. System tray is on the right side of the taskbar. It contains small icons that give information about the status of the programs running on the computer at any given time. For example, this information could be the speed of internet connection. The system tray also includes the computer clock. If you keep the mouse pointer over the clock, it will show you the day and the date. Icons. As you know, icons are the small pictures on the desktop. These are used to open software programs, etc. Desktop icons are also called shortcuts. Some icons are found on all desktops. These are My Computer, My Documents, and Recycle Bin. Your desktop may have fewer or more icons than shown here. Double-click the icon on the desktop to select it. You may also use the keyboard to select the icons. Use arrow keys on the keyboard to go to a specific icon and then press Enter key. My Documents icon. My Documents icon gives the list of documents made in it. Using My Documents icon. My Computer icon. This icon displays the content of the computer. It displays the drivers available for working. Using My Computer icon. My Network Places icon. It helps you to connect your computer with the other computers. It also displays the information about the computer connected to your computer. Recycle Bin icon. When you delete a file or folder, it does not actually get deleted right away. It goes to the recycle bin. This deleted file remains in the recycle bin unless you empty the bin. This gives you an advantage. You can recover your files, folders if they are deleted by mistake. Parts of a window. Every software program opens in a window. Let us learn about the basic parts of a window. Components of a window. Status bar, tool bar, title bar, menu bar, vertical scroll bar, horizontal scroll bar, minimize, maximize, close. Title bar. The blue bar at the top of a window is called the title bar. It shows you the name of the document and the software program. The title bar has some important buttons. These are explained below. Minimize button. Clicking the minimize button reduces the window to a button on the taskbar. Clicking the taskbar button brings the window back to its original size. Restore down button. Clicking the restore down button reduces the window to a smaller size. Maximize button. When the window becomes smaller, the restore down button is replaced with the maximize button. This button increases the window to its full size. Close button. As is clear from the name, clicking this button closes the window. Menu bar. Menu bar is present just below the title bar. It displays the menu names. These can be clicked to open different options available to work on the contents of the window. Fact file. The Mac OS document has a menu like the menu bar on the desktop itself. Scroll bar. Scroll bar lets you scroll the contents of the window to see information that is currently out of view. Horizontal scroll bar. Horizontal scroll bar helps you to scroll either to the left or to the right of the screen. It appears at the bottom of the display. Vertical scroll bar. Vertical scroll bar helps you to scroll either to the top or the bottom of the screen. It appears on the right of the display. Status bar. The bar at the bottom of the window is called the status bar. It provides you helpful information about the task that you are using. Shutting down a computer. After you have finished your work on the computer, always remember to shut down the computer correctly. This saves your work in the storage devices properly. Steps to shut down a computer. Step 1. Click the Start button. Step 2. Click the Turn off computer option. This opens a dialog box. It has 3 options. Stand by. It saves your work to memory and puts your computer into a power-saving mode. It reduces the amount of electricity used by the different hardware devices such as the monitor and the hard drivers. This helps to save energy. Turn off. It shuts down the computer. Always use this option to turn off the computer. Restart. It first shuts down the computer, then starts it again automatically. You may click on the Cancel option if you no longer wish to shut down the computer. It is given at the bottom of the dialog box. Step 3. Click the Turn off. Chapter 3. MS Paint. Learning objectives. Starting MS Paint. Components of MS Paint. Tools in MS Paint. MS Paint is an application for making paintings. MS Paint is a simple and easy painting software. Starting MS Paint. Just follow the steps. Step 1. Click on the Start menu. Step 2. Point the All Programs and then Accessories. Step 3. Click on the MS Paint option. MS Paint window. Status bar, tool bar, title bar, menu bar, vertical scroll bar, horizontal scroll bar, minimize, maximize, close. Components of MS Paint. Title bar. At the top of the screen, a bar present is called title bar. Title bar contains document, name or application name. Important to know, in all Windows programs, title bar is always present at the top of the windows. Menu bar. Menu bar contains the list of options to be used in application. Toolbox. Toolbox contains the tools which help to draw paintings. Free from select, select, eraser, fill with color, pick color tool, magnifier, pencil, brush, airbrush, text, line, curve, rectangle, polygon, ellipse, rounded rectangle. Color box. It contains the colors which are used in drawing. Drawing board. In this area, you draw the painting. Tools in MS Paint. Tools are used for painting. When we click on any tool, the pointer changes its shape from arrow to selected tool shape. This indicates the tool selected presently. Select. This tool is used for selecting the rectangular area of an object. Free from select. This tool is used for selecting the portion of any object. Eraser. This tool is used for erasing the unwanted portion of an object. This tool works like a normal eraser. Fill with color. This tool is used for filling the color in objects. Pick tool. This tool is used for picking the color from the color box or palette. You can use that color somewhere else if you want to. Magnifier. This tool is used for making drawing area bigger. Pencil. This tool is used for drawing or writing anything you want. Important to know, pencil tool works like a pencil. Brush. This brush is used for painting. Airbrush. This brush works like a spray painting brush. Text. This tool is used for writing the text. Line. This tool is used for drawing lines. Curve. This tool is used for drawing the curved shapes. Rectangle. This tool is used for drawing rectangular and square figure. Polygon. This tool is used for drawing polygon. Ellipse. This tool is used for drawing ellipses or circles. Rounded rectangle. This tool is used for drawing the rectangles with rounded corners. Chapter 1. Animal World. The largest shark, whale shark. The tallest animal, giraffe. The largest water bird, mute swan. The largest lizard, Komodo dragon. The smallest monkey, pygmy marmoset. The fastest land animal, cheetah. The fastest bird, peregrine falcon. The biggest carnivore, polar bear. Fact to know, the kiwi bird has no wings. It cannot jump even 2 feet. Chapter 2. Amazing Animals. Animals are wonderful creatures. They come in all shapes, sizes and colors. Here are some of these amazing animals. Starfish is an animal without mind. Mother seahorse lays the eggs. The father carries them till they are ready to hatch. A camel stores food that can be used when there is no food and water in the desert. Polar bear is the largest carnivore animal in the world. Bumblebee bat is the world's smallest species of mammal of 340 millimeter length. Alligator are members of crocodile family. Fact to know: giant panda is an endangered species. Chapter 3: Amazing Plants. Plants are part of our life. The presence of some unique plants makes the earth more beautiful. Here are some of these amazing plants. Rafflesia, the largest flower in the world. Venus flytrap. It is an insect-eating plant. It catches and digests insects. Butterwort. It is an insect-eating plant. Bamboo, the tallest grass in the world. Mushroom, non-green plants that don't have chlorophyll to make their own food. Aloe vera, gel of this plant give relief in the pain of sunburn and help in the stomach problem. Fact to know: bamboo is the fastest growing grass in the world. It grows 3 to 4 feet every day. Chapter 4: Beautiful Creatures. Different birds are different in sizes, colors and qualities. Here are some of these beautiful creatures. A bird that never builds its nest, cuckoo. A bird which makes holes in the trees, woodpecker. A bird which makes nest using its short beak as a needle, tailor bird. A fastest bird on the earth, swift. A bird which can fly backwards, hummingbird. A large water bird eating fish with long neck and beak, pelican. Fact to know: a mockingbird can imitate the songs of about 40 different birds. Chapter 5: Prime Ministers of India. India is a republic country. Here are some great personalities who worked hard to bring the country on the world map. Given below are the pictures of the Prime Minister of India. Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Gulzari Lal Nanda, Indira Gandhi, Morarji Desai, Charan Singh, Rajiv Gandhi, V.P. Singh, Chandra Shekhar, P.V. Narasimha Rao, H.D. Deve Gowda, Inder Kumar Gujral, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Manmohan Singh, Narendra Modi. Fact to know: Rajiv Gandhi became the youngest Prime Minister of India when he took office at 40. Chapter 6: Great Indians. India is a great democratic developing country. There are important Indians who honor the most prestigious and topmost rank of our country. Here are some of these great Indians. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, first President. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, first Vice President. Jawaharlal Nehru, first Prime Minister. Indira Gandhi, first woman Prime Minister. Kiran Bedi, first woman IPS officer. Pratibha Patil, first woman President. Fact to know: Kalpana Chawla is the first Indian woman to go into space. Chapter 7: Other famous persons. Asha Bhosle is a famous playback singer in Hindi cinema. She has recorded many albums. Zakir Hussain is a very famous Indian tabla player, musical producer, film actor and composer. APJ Abdul Kalam was an Indian scientist and known as the Missile Man. He served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. Kisan Baburao Hazare is an Indian social activist. He frequently conducted hunger strikes to put pressure on the Indian government for Lokpal Bill. A.R. Rahman is an Indian composer, singer, songwriter, music producer, musician and multi-instrumentalist. He has been honored with the Oscar Award 2 times. P.T. Usha is regarded as one of the greatest athletes of India. She is called the Queen of Indian Track and Field. Fact to know: P.T. Usha is the first Indian woman to reach the final of an Olympic event. Chapter 8: Great Personalities. Below given are the pictures of some Indian freedom fighters: Mangal Pandey, Subhash Chandra Bose, Rani Lakshmi Bai, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Ram Prasad Bismil, Rajguru, Sukhdev. Chapter 1: Sentences. Read the following groups of words: a naughty Amar boy, horse riding, I learn, August days has many how. Do you think the group of words above make any sense? No. Now read these sentences. Amar is a naughty boy. I learn horse riding. How many days has August? Do the above sentences now make some sense? Yes, they do. A sentence is a group of words placed in their proper order to make a complete sense. Remember, a sentence begins with a capital letter, ends with a full stop or a question mark or a sign of exclamation. Types of sentences. There are 4 kinds of sentences. Affirmative sentence or statement. This is a simple statement. It simply provides some information or states a fact. This sentence ends with a full stop. Example: I am going to Delhi tomorrow. Interrogative sentence or question. This sentence asks a question. It ends with a question mark. Example: have you found the bag? Imperative sentence. This sentence gives an order or makes a request. It also ends with a full stop. Examples: please do your work properly. Shut the window now. Exclamatory sentence. This sentence expresses a strong feeling. Such a sentence is called an exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence may begin with an interjection, but it ends with an exclamation mark. Example: wow, what a beauty the doll is. Do you know we can frame negative sentences from affirmative and interrogative sentences by using the negative word not suitably. Chapter 2: Nouns. Look at the pictures and then read the following sentences. The teacher speaks to his pupils. Mice fear cats. There are 3 windows in this room. There were 3 pastries on the plate. These apples are sweet. The words teacher and pupils are the names of persons. The words mice and cats are the names of animals. The words windows and room are the names of places. The words pastries and plate are the names of things. The word apple is the name of thing. Words which are used as names of persons, animals, places or things are called nouns. Common nouns and proper nouns. Read the sentences as given below. My brother likes to eat chocolates. Amar went to see the Taj Mahal. In sentence 1, brother and chocolates are the common nouns. Common nouns are the names given to a class of persons, animals, places or things. Examples: teacher, farmer, brother, student, child, newspaper, sea, etc. In sentence 2, Amar and Taj Mahal are proper nouns. Proper nouns are the names given to particular persons, animals, places or things. They always begin with capital letters. Examples: Taj Mahal, Amar, Christmas, Red Fort, Birla Mandir, Kanpur, Yamuna, etc. Do you know? The names of days and months also begin with capital letters. Examples: Sunday, April. Collective nouns. Read the following sentences. An army of soldiers marched into the enemy land. A herd of buffaloes was seen in the park. A pack of cards was lying on the table. The words like army, herd and pack refer to a group of people, animals and things. Such words are called collective nouns. Some more examples are given below. A bouquet of flowers, a bundle of clothes, a library of books, a crew of sailors, a string of pearls, a band of musicians, a flock of sheep, a flight of birds, a troop of monkeys, a pack of cards, a pride of lions, a fleet of ships, a chest of drawers, a gaggle of geese. Collective nouns are often used along with common nouns. Chapter 3. Gender. Nouns are masculine, feminine, common or neuter gender. Many nouns are male or female. Nouns that are male are called as masculine gender. Examples: boy, bull. Nouns that are female are called as feminine gender. Examples: girl, cow. Chapter 4. Singular and plural nouns. Read the following sentences. A boy was throwing a stone at a bird. Some boys were throwing stones at birds. The nouns boy, bird and stone stand for only one person, animal or thing. They are therefore said to be in the singular number. The nouns boys, birds and stones stand for more than one person, animal or thing. They are therefore said to be in the plural number. Singular to plural. Singular number of a noun can be changed to plural. We give below some of the ways. By adding s to the singular nouns Examples: dog, dogs; leg, legs; cat, cats; log, logs. By adding s to the singular nouns if there is a vowel before y. Examples: way, ways; day, days; boy, boys; key, keys. By adding es to the singular noun that end in ch, sh, s, ss, x. Examples: gas, gases; fox, foxes; hatch, hatches; class, classes; box, boxes; brush, brushes. By removing y and adding ies to the singular nouns that end in y. Examples: worry, worries; fly, flies; fairy, fairies; lady, ladies. By removing f or fe and adding ves to the singular nouns that end in f or fe. Examples: life, lives; thief, thieves; half, halves; wolf, wolves. Exception: we add s to some singular nouns that end in f or fe. Examples: safe, safes; cliff, cliffs; roof, roofs; chief, chiefs. Exception: we simply add ves or s to some singular nouns that end in f. Examples: hoof, hoofs; hooves; handkerchief, handkerchiefs; handkerchiefs; scarf, scarves; scarves. By adding s to some nouns that end in o. Examples: stereo, stereos; piano, pianos; kilo, kilos; shampoo, shampoos; logo, logos; photo, photos. Exception: to some nouns ending in o we add es. Examples: tomato, tomatoes; zero, zeros; hero, heroes; potato, potatoes. Exception: for some nouns ending in o we add s or es. Examples: cargo, cargos; cargoes; volcano, volcanoes; volcanoes; moto, motos; motos; buffalo, buffaloes; buffaloes. Some nouns form their plurals a little differently. Examples: tooth, teeth; ox, oxen; goose, geese; mouse, mice; brother, brethren; woman, women. Chapter 5: Pronouns. Look at the pictures and read the sentences. This is a train. My mother does her work herself. She is my best friend. They are flying kites. In the above sentences, the colored words are pronouns. Remember, pronouns are the words that are used in place of nouns to avoid repetition of nouns. Pronouns that replace the nouns, persons, or things are called personal pronouns. Examples: I love biscuits. My mother gave me a packet of biscuits. It was made in a bakery. It was very tasty. The pronouns I, my, me, we, our are used to replace the speaker in the above sentences. I and me are singular pronouns. They refer to one speaker. We and us are plural pronouns. They refer to more than one speaker. The pronouns he, she, it, her, him, them, they replace the persons or things the speaker is speaking about. Examples: he ate his food after his mother told him. She gave them a book, it was good. They heard her song, it was wonderful. Reena read a book, it was interesting. The pronouns I, me, we and us are the pronouns of the first person. Examples: I like toffees. Can you give me some? We like toffees. Can you give us some? We use you when we refer to the person or persons we are talking to. You is a pronoun of the second person. Examples: I will play badminton with you in the evening. You are a good player. We use he or him when we talk about a boy or a man. We use she or her when we talk about a girl or a woman. He, him, she and her are used instead of the name of a single person. We use they and them when we talk about more than one person or thing. He, him, she, her, they and them are pronouns of the third person. Example: she is my sister. We use it when we talk about a thing or an animal. Examples: we drank water from the fridge. It was cold. My pet dog's name is Tommy. It is brown in color. Chapter 6: Adjectives. Look at the picture and then read the following sentences. Look at the tall boy. He has a fat dog. Look at the short boy. He has a thin dog. The words tall and short show us in what way one boy in the picture is different from the other boy. The words fat and thin show us in what way one dog in the picture is different from the other dog. The words tall, short, fat and thin describe the nouns boy and dog. Such describing words are called adjectives. Words which describe something are called adjectives. All describing words are adjectives. Comparison of adjectives. We often use adjectives to show how people, animals, or things are compared with one another. We add the letters ER to the adjective to compare two persons, animals, or things. We add the letters EST to the adjective to compare more than two persons, animals, or things. Example: this is a small ball. This is a smaller ball. This is the smallest ball. Some examples of comparison of adjectives are given below. Big, bigger, biggest. Large, larger, largest. Short, shorter, shortest. Low, lower, lowest. Safe, safer, safest. Young, younger, youngest. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Hot, hotter, hottest. In some adjectives like good, little, many and bad, we don't add er and est at the end to make the comparing adjectives. They change differently Examples: good, better, best; bad, worse, worst; little, less, least; many, more, most. Chapter 7. Verbs. The words which tell us about an action are called action words or verbs. Verbs are also called doing words. The girl dances well. Arun drinks milk. Sachin plays cricket. Rohan flies a kite. The words dances, drinks, plays and flies show actions. So, they all are doing words or verbs. Examples of some of the commonly used verbs are as follows: buy, drink, push, arise, play, come, build, awake, eat, beat, go, get, make, touch, pull, see, sing, keep, bend, throw, run, skip, move, hunt, request, ask, forward, race, know, meet. Do you know? A group of words without a verb cannot be called a sentence. The words is, am, has, have are called helping verbs. The verb is used when we talk about one person, animal, place or thing, singular nouns. The verb are is used when we talk about more than one person, animal, place or thing, plural nouns. The verb are is also used with you. Examples: Arjun is a good artist. They are going to the market. You are a good boy. The verb has is used when we talk about one person, animal, place or thing, singular nouns. The verb have is used when we talk about more than one person, animal, place or thing, plural nouns. The verb have is also used with I and you. Examples: Neelam has 2 pencils. Pooja and Ravi have 3 books. When we talk about something that had taken place in the past, we use the verb was, were or had. The verb was is used with singular nouns. The verb were is used with plural nouns. The verb had is used with both singular and plural nouns. Examples: Mohit was an obedient boy. They were going to the park. He had coffee in the breakfast today. They had juice in the evening. Can and could. We use the word can with a verb to say that we know how to do something. We give below the uses of can and could in the following types of sentences. Affirmative sentences. I can see the picture. You could do it very easily. Vishal can jump over that wall. Zarina could have done it correctly. Negative sentences. I cannot open this bag. We cannot write clearly. He could not see properly. She cannot walk fast. Interrogative sentences. Could I take to you? Can he hold to it? Could I have your pen? Can he have your scale? Do you know the short form of could not is couldn't? पाठ 1। विनती। विनती सुन लो हे भगवान, हम हैं छात्र निपट अज्ञान। हमको ऐसा दो वरदान, मिटे हमारा सब अज्ञान। खेल कूद कर बने बली हम, पढ़ लिख कर हम बने महान। कड़े परिश्रम से हम सबके, लहरा उठे खेत खलिहान। हमको हो जिन पर विश्वास, कभी न होने पाए हताश। मिटे अंधेरा भरे प्रकाश, हमको ऐसा दो सद्ज्ञान। अभय बने हम हो सत्यवादी, कापे हमसे हर अपराधी। हर मुश्किल कर दे आसान, ऐसी शक्ति दो भगवान। करे तुम्हारा ही गुणगान, विनती सुन लो हे भगवान। पाठ 2। प्रेरक प्रसंग। एक बार महात्मा गांधी रेलगाड़ी में यात्रा कर रहे थे। उनके साथ मनुबेन भी थी। वे जिस डिब्बे में बैठे थे उसमें पानी टपक रहा था। टपक टपक कर पानी नीचे इकट्ठा हो गया था। गार्ड को जब इस बात का पता चला तब वह गांधी जी के पास आया। वह हाथ जोड़कर कहने लगा, आप इस डिब्बे को छोड़ दीजिए और मेरे साथ दूसरे डिब्बे में चलिए। इस डिब्बे में पानी जमा हो रहा है। यह सुनकर गांधी जी ने जवाब दिया, अगर आप इस डिब्बे में दूसरों को बैठाने वाले हैं तो फिर मैं ही क्यों ना इसमें बैठा रहूं? दूसरों को भी तो इस डिब्बे में तकलीफ होगी। यह सुनकर गार्ड के पास कोई उत्तर नहीं रहा। उसने गांधी जी से यह विनती की, मेरे लिए कोई सेवा हो तो जरूर बताइए। गांधी जी ने तुरंत ही उत्तर दिया, आपके लिए तो बहुत काम है। आप यात्रियों को बेवजह परेशान न किया करें। यात्रियों की सुविधा का विशेष ध्यान रखा करें। अगर आपने ऐसा किया तो यह मेरी बहुत बड़ी सेवा होगी। गांधी जी ने मानव जाति की सेवा के लिए अथक प्रयास किए। उनका जीवन स्वार्थ से परे था। उन्होंने स्वयं के विषय में सोचने वालों को स्वार्थी कहा है। उन्होंने अपनी व्यक्तिगत सेवा करवाने की बजाय यात्रियों की सुविधा का विशेष ध्यान रखा। वे गार्ड को माध्यम बनाकर मानव सेवा का एक उदाहरण प्रस्तुत करना चाहते थे। अतः उन्होंने मानव सेवा को ही सर्वोपरि समझा तथा लोगों को प्रेरित किया कि मानव सेवा ही सच्ची सेवा है। पाठ 3। होली। माँ, मुझे गुब्बारों के लिए पैसे चाहिए। गुब्बारों के लिए? आज गुब्बारों का क्या करोगे? आज तो रंग खेला जाता है। माँ, गुब्बारों में रंग भरकर दूसरों पर फेंकूंगा। लेकिन उससे तो उन्हें चोट लगेगी। उससे मुझे क्या, सभी गुब्बारे फेंकेंगे। मैं भी फेंकूंगा। नहीं बेटा, किसी को चोट पहुंचाकर त्योहार नहीं मनाया जाता। त्योहार तो प्रेम से मनाया जाना चाहिए। नवनीत माँ की बात समझ गया। वह पिचकारी लेकर घर से बाहर निकला। प्रखर, रमेश और मीना ने उस पर रंग डाल दिया। तभी एक साइकिल सवार आता दिखाई दिया। प्रखर और सोनू के फेंके गए गुब्बारे उस पर नहीं लगे। नवनीत और रमेश की पिचकारी का रंग उस पर पड़ा। अरे, यह तुम क्या करते हो? उन पर गुब्बारे क्यों फेंके? क्यों? क्या हुआ? गुब्बारों में रंगीन पानी भरा था। उस आदमी को रंगने के लिए गुब्बारे फेंके। लेकिन रंग तो पिचकारी से भी डाला जा सकता है। हम तो गुब्बारे से ही रंग डालेंगे। गुब्बारा शरीर से टकराता है, फटता है तो कुछ दर्द भी तो। मजा तो उसी में आता है। मजा? किसी को दर्द हो और हमें मजा आए? तुम ऐसी बातें कर रहे हो नवनीत? यह मुझे मेरी माँ ने बताया है। क्या? किसी को चोट पहुंचाकर त्योहार नहीं मनाया जाता। त्योहार तो प्रेम से मनाया जाना चाहिए। सभी नवनीत की बात समझ गए। वे गोला बनाकर खड़े हो गए। उन्होंने अपने अपने गुब्बारे उछाले। गुब्बारे जमीन पर गिरकर फूट गए। सभी पिचकारी में भरे रंग के पानी से भीग गए। होली है, होली है, होली है भाई, होली है। पाठ 4 झोली भर रहा हूँ। नोबेल पुरस्कार विजेता रविंद्रनाथ ठाकुर ने शांति निकेतन की स्थापना की थी। इस शांति निकेतन को अब विश्व भारती के नाम से जाना जाता है। रविंद्रनाथ ठाकुर यहीं रहा करते थे। वे यहाँ लिखते, पढ़ते तथा बच्चों से मिलते जुलते और उनकी जिज्ञासाओं को शांत करने में लगे रहते थे। राष्ट्रपिता महात्मा गांधी जब भी बंगाल जाते तो वे गुरुदेव से अवश्य मिलते तथा एक दो दिन शांति निकेतन में ही ठहरते थे। एक बार जब बापू वहां पहुंचे तो उन्होंने गुरुदेव को बहुत थका हुआ पाया। बापू गुरुदेव को देखकर बहुत चिंतित हो उठे। गांधी जी एक दिन वहां रुके, किंतु उन्होंने गुरुदेव से कुछ भी ना कहा। अगले दिन जब गांधी जी चलने के लिए तैयार हुए तो वे गुरुदेव से विदा लेने पहुंचे। रविंद्रनाथ उस समय कुछ लिख पढ़ रहे थे। गांधी जी उनसे बोले, गुरुदेव, आप तो जानते ही हैं कि मैं एक याचक हूँ। भिक्षा मांगना ही मेरा प्रमुख कार्य है। मैं यहाँ आपसे कुछ मांगने ही आया हूँ। आशा है आप मुझे निराश नहीं करेंगे। गुरुदेव गांधी जी की बात सुनकर मुस्कुराए और उनसे बोले, मेरा जो कुछ भी है वह आपका ही है। मेरे पास यहाँ एक शांति निकेतन ही है जो मुझे अपने प्राणों से भी प्यारा है। मैं तो स्वयं भी आपका ही हूँ। आप जो भी आदेश करेंगे मैं वह सब आपकी सेवा में अर्पित कर दूंगा। गांधी जी बोले, मैं जानता हूँ। भला मुझे आपके प्रेम के अतिरिक्त और क्या चाहिए। आपका प्रेम तो मुझे सहज ही प्राप्त है। मेरा आपसे यही एक अनुरोध है कि आप अपने 1 से 3 बजे के बीच के 2 घंटे मुझे दे दीजिए। मुझे वचन दीजिए कि आप नियमित रूप से इन 2 घंटों में आराम करेंगे। इतना सुनकर गुरुदेव की आंखें भर गई। वे भाव विह्वल हो गए और गांधी जी से गले लगकर रोने लगे। कुछ देर बाद गांधी जी ने देखा कि गुरुदेव की आंखें गांधी जी के प्रति कृतज्ञ थी, जैसे कह रही हूँ, बापू तुम्हारा आदेश सिर आंखों पर। एक दिन गुरुदेव आराम कर रहे थे, तभी उनके एक मित्र उनसे मिलने आए। गुरुदेव को विश्राम करते देख मित्र ने पूछा, क्या आपकी तबीयत खराब है? गुरुदेव बोले, नहीं, मैं तो पूर्ण रूप से स्वस्थ हूँ। बस इस समय तो मैं गांधी जी की झोली भर रहा हूँ। यह कहकर उन्होंने सारी घटना अपने मित्र को संक्षिप्त रूप में बता दी। घटना सुनाते समय भी गुरुदेव बार बार भावविह्वल हो उठते थे। पाठ 5 चांद का कुर्ता। हट कर बैठा चांद एक दिन, माता से यूं बोला, सिलवा दे माँ मुझे ऊन का मोटा एक झिंगोला। सनसन चलती हवा रात भर, जाड़े से मरता हूँ। ठिठुर ठिठुर कर किसी तरह यात्रा पूरी करता हूँ। बच्चे की सुन बात, कहा माता ने, अरे सलोने, कुशल करे भगवान। लगे मत तुझको जादू टोने। जाड़े की तो बात ठीक है, पर मैं तो डरती हूँ। एक माप में कभी नहीं मैं तुमको देखा करती हूँ। कभी 1 अंगुल भर चौड़ा, कभी 1 फुट मोटा। बड़ा किसी दिन हो जाता है और किसी दिन छोटा। घटता बढ़ता रोज किसी दिन, ऐसा भी करता है। नहीं किसी की आंखों को तू दिखलाई पड़ता है। अब तू ही यह बता, नाप तेरी किस रोज लिवाएं। सीधे एक झिंगोला जो हर रोज बदन में आए। पाठ 6 नन्ही बूंदें। काले काले बादल की हम नन्ही नन्ही बूंदें हैं। शीतल जल की मीठे जल की नन्ही नन्ही बूंदे हैं। बादल के पंखों पर बैठ आसमान से उतर कर आती, रिमझिम छम छम मीठा गाकर झूम झूम कर जल बरसाती। मुंह धो देती फूलों का हम, पेड़ों को हरियाली देती। जीवन उसको मिल जाता है जिस प्राणी को हम छू देती। छोटी है पर काम बड़े हैं, बूंद बूंद से सागर भरती। बढ़ जाता है जिसको छूती, खुशियों से भर जाती धरती। पाठ 7। वह देश कौन सा है? मनमोहिनी प्रकृति की गोद में जो बसा है, सुख स्वर्ग सा जहां है, वह देश कौन सा है? नदियां जहां सुधा की धारा बहा रही हैं, सींचा हुआ सलोना वह देश कौन सा है? जिसके बड़े रसीले फल, कंद नाज मेवे सब अंग में सजे हैं, वह देश कौन सा है? जिसमें सुगंध वाले सुंदर प्रसून प्यारे दिन रात हंस रहे हैं, वह देश कौन सा है? जिसके अनंत धन से धरती भरी पड़ी है, संसार का शिरोमणि वह देश कौन सा है? सबसे प्रथम जगत में जो सभ्य था यशस्वी, जगदीश का दुलारा, वह देश कौन सा है? नव क्रांति के पुजारी, सेवक सपूत जिसके, भारत सिवाय दूजा, वह देश कौन सा है? पाठ 8। देश हमारा। भारत देश हमारा है, सब देशों से न्यारा है। उच्च हिमालय मस्तक इसका, पग पर छलके सागर है। नदियां भरी हैं शीतल जल से, झीले झरने गागर हैं। पेड़ों पर लटके मीठे फल, धरती पर हरियाली है। खेत खलियान है भरे अन्न से, हर घर में खुशहाली है। देश हमें प्राणों से प्यारा, इसको सदा संवारेंगे। शांति दया की राह अपनाकर जग का आदर्श बनाएंगे। भारत देश हमारा है, सब देशों से न्यारा है। The fish breathe through gills. Plants also breathe in oxygen to live. Plants breathe through holes in their leaves called stomata. Non-living things do not breathe. Living things move. All living things except plants move from place to place. Animals move for food and shelter and to escape from their enemies. This movement is called locomotion. A frog hops, a snake and a crocodile crawl, birds fly, a fish swims, and a man walks. Movement in plants is different. Plants cannot move from one place to another. Plants show movement in certain paths. The stem grows towards sunlight, the root grows towards soil for water. Non-living things do not move by themselves. Living things react to changes in surroundings. Animals and human beings can feel and react to changes in their surroundings. Plants also can react to changes in surroundings. If we touch the leaves of the touch-me-not plant, at once closes its leaves. The rain tree closes its leaves at sunset. Some flowers open in the morning and close at night. This shows that plants also can react to changes in surroundings. Living things reproduce. Plants and animals produce their own kind. Many animals give birth to young ones. These young ones look like their parents when they grow. Cats produce kittens, lions give birth to cubs, dogs produce pups, and a cow produces a calf, and a lady gives birth to a baby. Birds, snakes, crocodiles, fishes, bees, and butterflies lay eggs. Plants also reproduce. They produce seeds. Seeds grow into new plants. Some plants produce seed like parts called spores and multiply. Non-living things do not reproduce. Living things die. Plants, animals, and human beings live for some time and then die. Some live for a short time and some live for a long time. Insects like butterfly and housefly live only a few days. Tortoises, crocodiles, elephants, and owls live for a long time. Plants like brinjal and tomato live for a short time. Trees like banyan tree and neem tree live for many years. Non-living things do not die as they do not live. Similarities and differences between plants and animals. Plants and animals are living things. They have all the common features of living things. Both plants and animals need food and water to grow. They breathe. They move. They react to changes in surroundings. They reproduce and die. Yet plants differ from animals in many ways. Differences between plants and animals. Plants are fixed to the soil. Animals move from place to place. Plants do not have a definite form or size. Animals have a definite form and size as head, trunk, and limbs. Plants prepare their own food, starch, in the presence of sunlight. Animals cannot prepare their own food but only depend on plants and other animals for their food. Plants breathe through stomata in their leaves. Animals breathe through lungs, gills, or breathing holes. Plants reproduce through seed or spores. Animals reproduce by eggs or give birth to young ones. Plants react to changes in surroundings very slowly. Animals react very quickly with the help of their sense organs. In plants, growth takes place at the tips of stem, root and branches. In animals, growth takes place in all the parts. Growth takes place throughout their lifespan. Animals grow only during a certain period in their life. Chapter 2. Parts of a plant. Plants form a part of our surroundings. The rich variety of plants all over the world are named as the plant kingdom or plant world. A plant is a living thing. It has got different parts to carry out different kinds of work. Parts of a typical plant. The entire plant portion above the soil is called the shoot system. The portion below the soil is the root system. Root system. The root is the part of the plant that grows into the soil. When a plant has one big root with many branches at its sides, it is known as taproot system. When a group of small roots are found at the base of a stem, it is called fibrous root system. Aerial roots grow down from the trees in the air. There are a number of tiny root hairs all over the roots. The roots are brown, pale brown or white in color. Functions of the root. Roots fix the plant to the soil. The tiny root hair absorb water and mineral salts that are present in the soil. This is called absorption. Radish, beetroot, turnip, carrot, sweet potato. The roots also conduct the water and mineral salts up to the leaves where the food is actually made. The roots of some plants like radish, carrot, turnip, beet and sweet potato store extra food in their roots. That is why they are swollen. We eat these swollen roots as vegetables. Shoot system. This is the main axis of the plant. The taproot continues above the soil as the stem. It bears branches, leaves, buds, flowers and fruits. The stems grow towards sunlight. The stems are tender in young plants, but become hard and woody in other plants. The tender stems are usually green, but the trunks are brown in color. Functions of the stem. The stem gives support to the plant. It holds the plant erect to get sunlight and air. It conducts water and mineral salts absorbed by the roots to the other parts of the plant. It also transports food from the leaves to all parts of the plant. There are certain stems which remain underground and the plant stores extra food there. Potatoes, colocasia, arbi, ginger, onion and sugar cane are some of the examples. Branches. Most plants have branches. Branches bear leaves, buds, flowers and fruits. Leaves. Most plants have green leaves. The leaves are green due to the presence of a green coloring material or pigment known as chlorophyll. Leaves differ in their shape and size. The leaf is the food factory or the kitchen of the plant. It prepares its own food called starch by a process called photosynthesis. Banana leaf is used for serving food. Functions of leaves. Leaves prepare starch. Leaves breathe through stomata. Some leaves store extra food as in cabbage, lettuce and spinach. There are over 2 lakhs identified plants species and the list is growing all the time. Flowers. Most plants have flowers. Most flowers have good smell. They become fruits later on. Flower turns into fruits. Fruits. Fruits are of various shapes and sizes. Edible fruits have different tastes. Seeds develop inside the fruits. The fruits protect the seeds. Some fruits have only one seed or only a few seeds. Some others have many seeds. A banana does not have any seed. Seeds. Seeds are protected inside the fruits. They contain food for baby plants. New plants grow from seeds. The seeds are scattered and taken away by wind, water, animals, or people. We sow the seeds in the soil to grow new plants. Seeds help in the reproduction of the plant. Chapter 3. Animals and their feeding habits. We see a number of animals around us having their food. The cow eats grass, the frog catches an insect, the cat kills the rat, the lion pounces upon the deer. Different kinds of animals eat different types of food. The food of animals. Animals cannot prepare their own food. They depend upon plants or other animals for their food. Animals are divided into 3 different groups according to their feeding habits. Herbivorous or plant-eating animals. The rabbit, hare, cow, sheep, goat, horse, deer, zebra, giraffe and elephant eat only plants. They eat grass, leaves and vegetables. Such animals which eat plants and other plant parts are called plant-eating animals or herbivorous. Carnivorous or flesh-eating animals. The lion, tiger, leopard and wolf kill other animals like the rabbit, deer, sheep, goat and bison and eat their flesh. Such animals which eat the flesh of other animals are called flesh-eating animals or carnivorous. Prey is the animal hunted for food by carnivorous. Omnivorous or animals which eat both animals and plants. There are some animals like the bear, cat, dog, crow, peacock, monkey, hen and cock which eat both plants and animals. The bear drinks honey and also sucks the blood of other animals. The crow eats small worms, dead animals and grains. Hens and cocks eat grains of all kinds, tiny worms and insects. The peacock eats nuts, grains as well as snakes. Such animals which eat both plants and animals are called omnivorous. Human beings also eat both plants and animals. The feeding habit of animals depends upon the parts of their body. Teeth, mouth parts, claws and legs are the important parts that help animals when they are feeding. Teeth of herbivorous. The herbivorous have 2 sets of teeth on the upper and lower jaw. The front teeth of these animals are suited to cut grass and leaves. They have sharp cutting teeth in the front and strong grinding teeth at the back for chewing the plant food. They do not need any teeth for tearing their food. So there is a gap between the front and the back teeth. Teeth of carnivorous. The teeth of carnivorous, like the dog, tiger, fox, or lion, have a pair of long pointed sharp teeth called canines. These teeth help in tearing the flesh of their prey. They have strong, sharp, grinding teeth at the back to chew the flesh and the bones. Sometimes the grinding teeth help them to break bones. Teeth of omnivorous. Omnivorous, like bear, monkey, and man, have all the three kinds of teeth for biting or cutting, for tearing the flesh, and for chewing or grinding the food. Animals without teeth. Lizard and its food. Watch a lizard on a wall. What does it do when it sees an insect far away? It moves fast, opens its mouth, puts its tongue outside, catches the insect and swallows it. It has no teeth, so it does not chew or grind the food. Frogs. Frogs catch insects like beetles, flies, and worms and swallow them whole. Birds have no teeth, but they have beaks. Different kinds of birds have grains, honey, nuts, fish, flesh, small worms, and insects. Birds do not grind or chew their food. They simply swallow their food. Swallow means to cause food to go from the mouth to the stomach. Man and his food. Man has a complete set of teeth. He has all the three types of teeth so that he can bite, chew, and grind his food. He has 16 teeth in each of his jaws. He grinds his food well before he swallows it. Ruminants, cut chewing. Herbivorous like the goat, sheep, cow, zebra, and the giraffe cut or bite the leaves and grass into small pieces with their front teeth and swallow them in a hurry. These animals later sit in a shady place and bring back the swallowed food to their mouth from the rumen or pouch of the stomach. Then they again grind the food well and swallow it. This is called chewing the cud or rumination. Such animals are called ruminants or cud-chewing animals. The stomach of ruminants have 4 chambers. Animals sucking their liquid food. Butterflies and moths suck nectar from flowers. They visit many flowers. They have a long sucking tube called proboscis for sucking nectar from the flowers. When not in use, it remains coiled like a watch spring below its head. The babies of some animals suck milk from their mothers. The cat and the dog use their tongue to lick milk or water. Mosquitoes and bugs have sharp pointed mouth parts for piercing through the skin of animals to suck blood. A leech sucks blood from the herbivorous when they come to the pond to drink water. It can live for many days without food. The world has approximately 1 billion cattle, of which about 200 million belong to India. Chapter 4. Human Body. Our body. Our body is like a machine. It is much more wonderful than any other machine. It has many parts. It can do many things which a machine cannot. Each part of our body has a special job to do. All the parts of the body should do their work properly. Only then our body machine will be in a good condition. The body parts are called organs. Many organs make a system. The organs take part in the work to be done by the system. The different systems in our body are the skeletal system. This is made up of bones. Some are long and some are short. Some are flat and some have the shape of a road roller. Cylindrical shape. The skeletal system gives form, shape and support to the body. It also protects some organs inside our body. Bone is a solid and hard substance in our body. The muscular system. This is made up of muscles. It helps us to move about and do many kinds of work. The digestive system. We eat food. It is ground well in our mouth and swallowed. In this system, the food becomes ready to be used by the body. The breathing system. This system helps us to breathe. Through this system, we take in fresh air from outside and supply oxygen to the blood. Oxygen helps to burn food in the body to give us energy for work. The circulatory system. The heart and blood vessels make up this system. Blood always flows in the blood vessels and reaches all parts of our body. Blood supplies oxygen and food to all the parts of the body. It collects waste materials from different parts and takes it to some organs which throw them out of the body. The excretory system. This system helps us to throw out waste materials from our body. The kidneys, the lungs and the skin help to throw the waste from the body. The nervous system. This system consists of brain and nerves. A big nerve is connected to the brain. This is called the spinal cord. Many nerves are connected to the spinal cord. The brain receives messages from the sense organs and the other parts of our body. It sends out orders to the different parts and makes them work. The brain helps us to think, learn and remember. Sense organs. We are able to know about the world with the help of our eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. These organs are called sense organs. We say that these are our windows to the world. The brain receives many kinds of messages through these organs. Our eyes help us to see things. Pictures of the things seen by us are formed inside our eyes. A nerve carries the message about these to the brain. The brain helps us to know what they are. Our ears help us to hear sound. Messages about the different kinds of sound reach the brain through the ears and the nerves connecting them to the brain. Different things have different kinds of smell. Our nose helps us to smell different things. Our tongue helps us to taste the things we eat. The message about the taste reaches the brain through the nerves connecting the tongue to the brain. Our skin helps us to feel heat and cold. Messages are carried through the nerves from the skin at the tips of our fingers to the brain. The brain also tells us about the surfaces, so we are able to say if a surface is rough or smooth. The skin also helps us to feel pressure and pain. Digestion. We need food. The food we eat is in a complex form. The body cannot use it till it is broken down into a simple form. The organs forming the digestive system break down the food into a simple form. This can easily be used by the body. The teeth in the mouth cut the food into small bits and chew it. Food is made into paste, then it passes through the digestive organs. There are digestive juices in the system. These juices change the food into a soluble form. This is digestion. Digested food reaches into the blood. The blood carries it to the different parts of the body. Some of the food may remain undigested. This is a waste material. This waste is thrown out of the body through the rectum and anus. Breathing and correct breathing habits. We need energy to work and play. The food we eat is burnt in the body. We get energy from the food. Oxygen is useful to burn the food. The breathing system helps the body to get oxygen. We breathe in and breathe out air. This is called respiration. We breathe in air through the nose. There are hair inside the nose. The hair stops the dust particles and germs. The air which passes through the nose becomes as warm as the body. It is also made sufficiently moist. The air is now pure. There will be plenty of oxygen in it. This pure and fresh air reaches the lungs through the windpipe. There are many air sacs in the lungs. The air fills the sacs. There are many very small blood vessels on the wall of these sacs. Oxygen gets into the blood from air. The blood is now bright and has plenty of oxygen. It carries oxygen to the different parts of the body. This oxygen is used to burn the food. We breathe out an impure air containing carbon dioxide. Thus, this waste matter is thrown out of the body. The impure air, breathed out air, has germs and water vapor also. The hair in the nose trap dust and germs and do not let them enter the lungs. Correct breathing habits. Always breathe through your nose. Take physical exercise in the open air. Keep the windows of your room open when you sleep. Never cover your face while sleeping. Do not wear tight-fitting clothes. Always work in airy surroundings. Chapter 5. Our food. All living organisms need food to live. Food gives us energy and makes us strong. It builds the body and helps us grow. It regulates the activities of the body and we work, study and play. It repairs the body parts. It helps to fight against diseases and we enjoy good health. Different kinds of food. We eat different kinds of food. Every type of food contains some important things called nutrients. They are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, mineral, salts, vitamins, and water. Our body needs these nutrients very much. The right type of food contains these nutrients in the right proportion for good health. The foods can be grouped as follows: energy-giving foods, carbohydrates, fats, body-building foods, proteins, protective foods, minerals, vitamins. Energy-giving foods. Foods containing carbohydrates and fats are called energy-giving foods. Sugar and starch are rich in carbohydrates. They give us heat and energy. Sugar is present in all the fruits, honey, beetroot, and sugar cane. Starch is present in rice, wheat, potato, sweet potato, tapioca, and yam. These are energy-giving foods. Fats give us more energy than carbohydrates. Oil seeds like cashew nuts, ground nuts, coconut, vanaspati ghee, eggs, milk, and butter have fat in them. These are energy-giving foods. Body-building foods. Foods containing proteins are body-building foods. Protein helps us to grow. We need proteins for building up the body. Protein repairs the body tissues. Babies and young children need more protein than adults. Meat, fish, eggs, milk, dal, cereals, beans, peas, soya beans, and milk are rich in proteins. These are body-building foods. Protective foods. Foods rich in vitamins and minerals are called protective foods. They fight against diseases. They keep our skin healthy and improve our eyesight. They help in fighting against diseases. Milk, green leafy vegetables, fresh fruits like banana, orange, guava, and vegetables like carrot, beetroot, lady's finger are rich in vitamins and mineral salts. Milk is a complete food. Milk is superior to other foods. It helps us to grow, gives us energy, protects the body from diseases, and heals wounds and injuries. It contains proteins, minerals, fats, and vitamins, so it is called the complete food. It is a food meant for the young and old, for the sick and healthy. Babies live mostly on milk for some time. Vegetarians should drink more milk than non-vegetarians. Water. Though water does not contain any carbohydrate, fat, protein or vitamin, it is needed for all the normal activities of the body. It helps in the digestion of the food. Water is present in all the tissues of the body. Even blood contains water in it. Water helps to maintain the body temperature. It helps to repair and build body tissues. We should take enough water. Water can be taken in the form of milk, tea, coffee, or fruit juice. Vegetables and fruits also supply water to our body. Concentrates and roughage. The food which we eat is of two kinds. They are concentrates and roughage. Concentrates contain fats, carbohydrates, minerals, and vitamins. Concentrates are easily digestible. It is not enough to eat concentrates. Our food should contain fibrous food such as carrot, radish, coarse grains, and leafy vegetables. These provide bulk to the food. These things are called roughage. We need roughage as well to fill and keep the digestive organ in good working condition. Roughage helps in bowel movement. Cooking the food. We eat most of our food after cooking. Cooking makes the food soft and easily digestible. Cooking adds a pleasant smell to our food and makes the food tastier. It improves the quality of food. Cooked food increases our appetite. Cooking helps to kill the disease germs that are present in raw food and avoids many diseases. There are different ways of cooking food like boiling, frying, roasting, steaming, and baking. Do not overcook or cook at high temperature. Do not cook with too much of water. We lose the vitamins by these types of cooking. Raw vegetables and fruits. We eat fruits, nuts, and some vegetables raw. Some vegetables which can be eaten raw are carrots, cucumber, tomatoes, onions, and cabbage. They can also be cooked and eaten. Raw vegetables contain many vitamins. Salads of these raw vegetables are really tasty. Children should learn to eat carrots and cucumber raw to get the maximum vitamins from them. Most of the fruits can be taken as raw food. Some fruits are taken along with their skin and some after peeling their skin. Always wash the fruits and vegetables in clean water before cutting and peeling the skin to avoid the loss of protective substances. Cut fruits should be eaten immediately. They should not be left in the pan too long, otherwise they may be attacked by flies and germs. Eat only fresh vegetables and fruit. Chapter 1. The Earth. Learning Objectives. Planet Earth. Atmosphere. Shape of Earth. Structure of Earth. Planet Earth. We live on the Earth. It is our home. All living beings live on it. It has air and water. So, life exists here. This is the only planet of our solar system where life is possible. Plants, animals, birds, insects, and human beings all live here. However, scientists are trying to find the possibility of life on other planets also. The Earth is one of the 8 planets that revolve around the Sun. The surface of the Earth is divided into 2 parts, the land and the water. The fields, forests, mountains, and hills are on the dry part of the Earth. This is called land. The rivers, lakes, and seas are the parts of the Earth underwater. About 2/3, 4ths of the surface of the Earth is water and about 1/3 is land. If you look out far standing on a high place, you will see the sky meeting the land at a distance. The place where they meet is called horizon. Actually, the land and the sky never meet. They just seem to meet. When we move towards the horizon, we find it moving further away. In fact, it is not possible to see the whole land surface at a time. This proves that it is much bigger than it appears to be. If we stand at the seashore and look at the sea, the sky and the water seem meeting at a far off distance. The place where the sky and the sea appear to meet is called water horizon. But in reality, they never meet anywhere. So it becomes clear that the water body is bigger than what we can see. Many people live near the sea. The place where land and water meet is called coast. Atmosphere. Our earth is surrounded by a thick layer of air which is a mixture of different gases. All living beings breathe in the air. The cover of air around the earth is called atmosphere. It extends 1600 kilometers above the surface of the earth. The air gets thinner as we go farther from the earth. Life on this earth is possible due to water and air on it. Do you know, it was Copernicus who proved that the sun was at the center of the solar system and the earth revolves around it. Shape of Earth. Hundreds of years ago, people knew little about the earth. They thought that the earth was flat with edges. They were afraid of traveling too far. They feared that if they went near the edge, they would fall off. In 1519, a Spanish sailor named Magellan set sail on a long journey. He, along with his companions, sailed on and on in the same direction. After a long journey of 3 years, they reached the place from where they had started. This long journey around the earth proved that the earth had no edges and its shape was round. In 1961, a Russian astronaut named Yuri Gagarin took a round of the earth in a spacecraft. He also found the earth shape round from the space. Do you know, Yuri Gagarin was the first man to go into space. It was Magellan who proved that the earth is round. In 1969, 2 American astronauts, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin, landed on the moon. They took many photographs of the earth. The earth looked like a big ball, thus all doubts about the shape of the earth were removed. Structure of earth. Our earth is made up of 3 layers. Its outermost layer is called crust, the middle is called mantle, and the innermost layer is called core. The earth is one of the 8 planets of our solar system. The earth has no light of its own. It gets light from the sun. The 8 planets in order of increasing distance from the sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn and Neptune. There is no life on any of the other planets. Life is possible only on the earth where we live. Our solar Chapter 2. The face of the earth. Learning objectives. Globe, atlas. Globe. It is not possible to see the whole world at a time. Neither can we go to different places to study the various parts of the earth. So, a model of the earth was made for this. This model of the earth is called globe. It presents the correct picture of the earth. A globe is round like the earth. Even in a globe, we can see only half of the earth at a time. We have to rotate it to see the other parts of the earth. Let's study carefully the picture of a globe. We find some areas are colored blue, while some of its parts are colored differently. The blue color shows the water bodies, while the parts shown in different colors are land. The large water bodies are called oceans. The oceans are 4 in number. They are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the largest water body on the earth. Seas, gulfs, and bays are smaller bodies of water. The Indian Ocean, named after India, is situated to the south of it. Do you know Indian Ocean is named after our country, India. Sailors use magnetic compass to find directions on the seas. Some parts of the globe are colored other than blue. These are the land surfaces of the earth. As you see in the globe, this land surface is not one connected unit. It is in 7 unequal shapes and sizes. These are called continents. There are 7 continents in the world. They are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Antarctica, and Australia. Asia is the largest continent. Australia is the smallest of all. Though globe is very useful to study the earth, but it is not easy to show all the places of the earth in a small globe. It is difficult to make a big map. We cannot carry it all the time with us. Atlas. A map is a drawing of the whole surface of the earth or parts of it. It is always drawn on a flat surface. Maps can be big or small. Maps for even small areas can be made. It is easy to carry maps. We can fold it or roll it. We can find small maps in this book too. A book of maps is called Atlas. In a map, we can see the whole earth. Even the parts of the earth covered by land and water can be seen in a map. Do you know, a big map hanging on the wall is called wall map. Look at the map of Asia given above. It has a number of countries in it. Locate in it the country in which you live. Our country, India, lies in the southern part of it. It has many countries as its neighbors. Let's find out 4 of India's neighbors. They are Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. There are 4 directions in every map. We find the location of a country with the help of them. Let's learn to find directions. Look at the given map of India. The 4 major directions are shown in it. These are north, south, east, and west. The top of the map always shows the north. The bottom shows the south. The right-hand side is the east and the left-hand side is the west. Directions are the same in all the maps. They do not change even if the map is big or small. Chapter 3. The air around us. Learning objectives. Why do we need air? Air pollution. What makes air dirty? Keeping air clean. Air is all around us. Our earth is covered in a blanket of air called the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a mixture of various gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Why do we need air? All living things need air to breathe. So, if there was no air, there would be no plants, animals, or people on the earth. There would be no life on the earth. Though we cannot see, smell, or taste air, we breathe air. Breathing air is important for humans and animals to live. Plants need air to make their food. Air pollution. We should breathe clean air. However, if the air becomes dirty, it can create health problems for humans. Other living beings also need clean air. We use the term air pollution to describe the condition of air when it gets mixed with unwanted gases, dust, etc. and becomes dirty. What makes air dirty? Cleaning houses, roads and other such activities cause dust and germs to mix with the air. Cars, buses and trucks give out smoke that mixes with the air and makes it dirty. Some harmful gases given out by large factories mix with the air and make it dirty. Bursting of firecrackers, burning of wood and dumping of garbage in the open also make the air dirty. Keeping air clean. Pollution in air is harmful to all living beings. Therefore, it is important to keep the air clean. We should do the following things to keep the air clean. We should plant more trees. The oxygen that we breathe in comes from the plants and trees. Their green leaves produce oxygen while making food. If we cut down trees, there would be not enough oxygen for us to breathe. We should keep a check on smoke that comes out from vehicles and factories. This can be done by using chimneys in the factories, CNG gas in vehicles, etc. We must avoid burning wood, twigs, dry leaves and man-made materials. We must cover our mouth and nose with a handkerchief while coughing and sneezing so that germs do not spread into the air. We must keep the windows open while sleeping as it allows fresh air to circulate. We should avoid bursting firecrackers. Firecrackers make noise apart from polluting the air, thereby causing more pollution. Chapter 4. Our Country. Learning Objectives. The Northern Mountains, the Northern Plains, the Peninsular Plateaus, the Desert, the Islands. We live in India. It is situated in the southern part of Asia. It extends from Kashmir in the north to Kanyakumari in the south and from Gujarat in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east. In terms of area, it is the seventh largest country in the world. It is the second most populous country in the world. It is somewhat triangular in shape. Do you know? China is the most populous country in the world. The Northern Mountains. To the north of India stand the mighty Himalayas. These mountain ranges are so high and so cold that some of the peaks are forever covered with snow. In fact, the word Himalaya itself means the home of snow. The Himalayan mountains stretch from the northwest to the northeast. They stop the cold winds that blow from the north. Without them, even the plains of the north would be freezing and get filled with snow. Rivers such as the Ganga and the Yamuna flow through the plains of the north. These are formed by the melting of the snow of the Himalayas. As the higher peaks of the Himalayas are cold and rocky, plants cannot grow there. The lower ranges have forests, towns and villages. Here people grow fruits, vegetables and other crops. At the lowest end of the region lies a thick forest area. Below the foothills lies the Terai region. It is an area covered by tall grasses. The Northern Plains. As we go down to the south of the Himalaya, we come to the Northern Plains of India. This is also called the Gangetic Plain. These plains are flat lands and many rivers flow through these plains. This makes the land very fertile and more suited for cultivation. The region is thickly populated. Many well-known cities and towns are located along the banks of the rivers Ganga and Yamuna. In the plains, it is very hot in summer and cold in winter. The peninsular plateau. The southern part of India is triangular in shape and is surrounded by seas on three sides. This type of land is called a peninsula. The Indian peninsula is surrounded by the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal in the east. Indian Ocean lies in the south. The Indian peninsula is a plateau region. Therefore, it is also called the peninsular plateau. A plateau is a flat, uneven land which is higher than its surrounding areas. Most of the land surface is uneven and rocky here. The soil is not very fertile, but the plateau region is very rich in minerals. Many big rivers like the Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri originate in the plateau. As these rivers are rain-fed, they have very little water in summer. Sometimes they even dry up. The desert. As we travel to the northwestern part of our country, we find a total change in the landscape. We can see miles and miles of sand. This is called the Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert. This region gets very little rainfall. The climate here is dry and hot in summer and cold in winter. Life in the desert is very tough. The desert region is not thickly populated. The camel is commonly used in the desert for transport. It is called the ship of the desert. The island. An island is a piece of land surrounded by water on all sides. The southern part of India is surrounded by sea on three sides. The Arabian Sea lies in the west, the Bay of Bengal lies in the east, and the Indian Ocean is in the south. One group of islands is in the Bay of Bengal. They are called the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The other group of islands is in the Arabian Sea. They are called the Lakshadweep Islands. Do you know the Sahara is the biggest desert in the world?